I mean, wow, what perfect timing for everything to come out. Well, I don't. You weren't 5 years old, Jazz. You were 6 or 7. Um, and what are you talking about? You remember everything? No, you don't. You don't remember anything about Sam and Dex. You don't remember anything about being with me in Elkton. You don't remember anything about your mom breaking your leg. Uh, really? You don't remember going to the Mexican's house looking for food and your mom not even knowing where you're at. You're in one of the worst neighborhoods in this fucking county. But of course, that never happened. Nope, all that's made up. My mom walking in to pick you up to bring you to me, even though I'm the one still with freaking custody. She took you over state line, then tried to sneak back over state line with you, and then talked to my mom. She didn't have custody of you. She took you when she had visitation. I even told the court she was going to do it, and she did it. Then you're like, oh, well, my mom wasn't around when you were with me at Cedar Hill. Yes, she was. Jasmine, the only time she didn't come around is when she didn't want to. I never told her or kept you from her. I couldn't. It was a court order and I followed it. I can't make her get into a car and come up to the house. And it's funny how everything's just automatically and so freaking hilariously flipped. All you're doing is saying the reverse of what truly happened. That's it. Because you want people to be manipulated into believing a girl that seems to be upset, hurt, and deserves whatever. That's what you want people to think. You're doing the same thing your mother does. You want people to be on your side through your victim story. Your story is not true. There is nothing true about your story. Your mom saying that you had to hide from me because in a gas station? When? Where? I was always working and taking care of my family and dealing with Tiffany's bullcrap after your mom left. Yep, she was still doing the same things. That's why Jen didn't worry about messing up the wedding anymore, because she seen what Tiff was doing. And how's your mom any better? Your mom did the same stuff. Yeah. And drugs? You think I look like I do because of drugs? Maybe because of caffeine and cigarettes. Yeah. Not a legal drug. I mean, if you're referring to like coke, heroin, things like that, I've never done those things, Jazz. You can do a spinal tap. That'll show you anything and everything that's ever went in my body. You can go right ahead. Everybody knows I'm not. I smoke weed. Yeah. I've never lied about that. Ever. And then the one thing you said, oh, well, you forced my mom to do all this, and you used to beat. No, I didn't. I've never beat your mother. Nope. Your mother has never been beaten by me. I have multiple girlfriends that I dated before these women. Always felt safe with you. You've never touched me. And these women did a lot of bad things too. But they never attacked me. They never threw things at me. They never tried to set me up in these ways. Your mom has. Bethany has. Tiffany has. You were born by your mom not having consent to do what she did. And you can sit there and try and act like your dad, just because he's a guy, is this big, perverted, mean monster that just lies. That's not true. I don't know where you get that. All you young women today seem to think that and try and push it. And you try and act like you're this big, burly, can beat anybody. You can't. Sorry to tell you. The internet and this fantasy versus reality, you can't. You know, all these things you enjoy in this country, they're built by guys like me, not your mom, not Tiffany. Well, Uncle John, you're right. She had postpartum depression. No, that is not what that doctor said. No, it ain't. Peter Nanez. And imagine that. He's friends with your mom's family. It's funny. Real funny. So, why did your mom's grandmother have more respect for me than your mom? If she was so sweet, so respectful, never did anything wrong, why was that? That was a hard woman to gain their respect. And I did it without even trying. I didn't even know that me trying to make your mom stop doing what she was doing that day was going to do that. She was embarrassing and it was ridiculous. But of course, that couldn't be the truth, right? The psychiatrist that wanted to grab your mom, which was the sweetest psychiatrist, nicest lady I've ever met. I don't even know how your mom got under her skin, but she did. Oh, yeah. And now your mom tries to play dumb. Oh, who's that? I don't recall that. Yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. I know you do. Because that wasn't the first therapist that threw you out of their office. And they should have put your ass in a mental home, not thrown you out of their office. But because you're a girl, you get better and special privileges. Oh, you do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, speaking of facts that they don't want out, all of a sudden makes you a bad person. Right. It's a fact. It happens. I'm not making it up just to be a so called bad person. Pretty funny. Years and years ago, you guys didn't pull all this kill men bullshit. We don't need a man. No, you didn't. Everything wasn't built yet. Yep, I didn't hand you the world on a silver platter, Jazz. I did spoil you with other things, though. But of course, they were not good enough for you. Dying Easter eggs, goofing off, sitting on the couch, watching movies, you holding Talon when he was first born. But I was just so mean to my kids. Oh, yeah. Having Nerf battles in the house, dance parties, playing video games. Right. Yeah. You realize I have all those videos? You're in some of them. And that would be Cedar Hill, where you say all this mean and crazy stuff went down. But we have neighbors. We have people coming in and checking our apartment all the time. We even had CPS coming in at one time because I was trying to get you back. They were there all the time. Really? And you're telling me they missed all that? Really? Okay. Why did you get put in Tracy and Carl's place again? Yeah, your mom. Yeah. Dad had to prove. Yeah. And I did. You even showed the videos of us having a birthday party at the McDonald's, and you said, "This is when I was with my dad." Actually, at that birthday party, you were still with Tracy and Carl. You weren't actually back with Dad yet, but we were working on it. We were very close. You had overnights and all that, but that's the process I had to go through, which you say I didn't fight for you. That's a hell of a lot of fighting. When are you going to fight for me? When are you going to fight for that bond that was taken? Do you remember any of that? Your first word was daddy. Pissed your mom off. You'd only walk with your dad. Pissed your mom off. Yeah. But you're trying to tell me none of that took place. Okay. Lord, I know you're testing me, but wow. It's alright. Story of my life. Small Irish dude everybody wants to take a fucking piece out of. Everybody gets jealous, gotta tell the opposite story so they look better. Right? And of course, that's just me being a victim. Explaining my story doesn't mean I'm playing victim. I'm just saying what happened. You guys are the ones that decide that victim stuff. I never even looked at it as I was a victim. I just looked at it as, hey, this is what happened. So, I don't know where you get all this crazy stuff at. Even the night when you're dyeing Easter eggs, you made me a pink egg with Daddy. I hate pink. I told you the story about the egg. It's in the videos. Should have showed you how to make a blown egg, so that way you could have dyed it and I could have kept it forever. Yeah, hollows it out. But Daddy was working a lot at that time. I had a lot to make up for. Tiffany was single-handedly destroying everything I was building. Yeah, I was being lied to. I don't know what happened. She seemed really stressed out. And I didn't really have time to check into her story, so I had to trust her. Then I found out very quickly that everything was a lie and I couldn't trust her. That's why we didn't get married. And the only reason we stayed together is because she begged for us to stay together. I didn't. But of course, none of that's true either. Right? Right. No. Your mother was one that didn't want me with anybody else if she couldn't have me. I used to have that in a text message from her when I wouldn't speak to her, when she did what she did before you were conceived. As many phones ago. She knows that. She moved to an apartment with bars on the windows to keep me out. No. I came to your school to and got in trouble trying to get you. No. That day I got in trouble trying to get David. I didn't even know you were still at that school. That was shit. 2 years later. Yes. Um, the no contact order, I don't know when the hell that was ever put in and finalized. The last thing that Carl Faulkner did that your mom didn't show up to, everything was left as general. That meant I still had custody of you and rights to see you. That's why she ran to Texas. And then we get I guess, the order, which she could have had CPS put that in just by manipulating them. Tiffany did the same thing. Oh yeah, Miss Reynolds. Yep, that'll be my next video.